Alright, here we are for another round of Vintage. Still spiking those die rolls. Super good. Alright, this is going to be a keep. Don't have a Dredger, but it's game 1, so we have 12 Dredgers in our deck, and Dredger on top. Alright, and we have the Mindbreak Trap, which is always nice to see. Especially, because we can probably kill him on turn 2, or at least Cabal Therapy him a bunch of times. Ooh, that's actually not so good for us, because it means my Mindbreak Trap probably isn't good against him, and it also means that we might be hemorrhaging a little bit. On the slow dredge, but we did draw Therapy, which is kind of interesting. I'm going to look this guy up on MTG Goldfish, which is, if you're playing Dredge online, I recommend very highly. Comes up a lot when you're trying to figure out what hate people are playing. Well, maybe he'll give me some more information here, but you can go to mtggoldfish.com/player/SPTranero. And just like that, you just go to goldfish.com/player/SPTranero, and we can see he 5-0'd a Vintage League. What's the date today? October 17th, a week ago. Look, he only plays Displacer Taxes. So, when you're not in a live tournament, this is completely alive for me, but I'll take that off the screen. So let's see. It's actually interesting because he's got main deck Containment Priest. Thalia, Reality Smasher. Interesting. Well, let's start with the slow dredge. See if we hit another dredger. If we don't hit another dredger, then we're going to pretty much be forced to try to draw into some sort of bizarre effect. Bizarre or, what am I talking about? Petrified Field. So I can Therapy him up to 3 times here. Slow him down a bit. If he's playing Mono White Eldrazi, I'm kind of afraid of Containment Priest, but he only plays 2, so I'd much rather just try to tag something he has, like a Reality Smasher or a Thought-Knot Seer. Which one is more dangerous? I guess Reality Smasher is just really slow. So I'm going to go ahead and Therapy him for a Thought-Knot Seer, I guess. Could also name Thalia. He concedes. Really? See, this is just... People do this way too often, and maybe I should write about this in my article. Just he shouldn't scoop here, because I don't have a Dredger in my graveyard. I don't have a Bazaar. It's possible I'll just win, though, because I have 3 therapies, so I can take all of his relevant cards and buy me a ton of time or whatever, but yeah, don't concede in response, almost ever, especially when this is just kind of comical. This guy has literally only ever played Mono White Eldrazi that I can tell, so kind of got a free win there. I was really worried, because he could just at any point draw a Containment Priest. At any point I could just not hit a Bazaar and have to slow dredge. But yeah, I think that comes from a unfamiliarity against dredge that lots of people have. Anyway, I want to look at his graveyard hate, and I guess I can do it together with you guys. Oh my god, this is a mess now. Where's this? I don't exactly know where it went. It's actually slightly problematic, because where did it go? Did I X out of it? Anyway. I don't actually have Barbarian Rings right now, so I think I'm forced to board in the Anglers and the Hollow Ones. I can't kill a Containment Priest, but I can just beat it with creatures and bridges, because bridges still work. /player / Espia Trionero. Okay. Displacer taxes. Looks like he has one more Containment Priest, a Rest in Peace, and 2 cages. This is so annoying. I can't get this out of the way. Okay, so I'm just going to do my normal sideboarding strategy, except I can't board out Petrified Fields. So we can go Fate Stitchers out, Mindbreak Traps out, 1 Ichrid, 1 Dread Return. He's got Plow, so actually I think I prefer... He's got Karakas too. I think I prefer Eilish Norn. It's going to be tough. I'm going to cut a Serum Powder, a Bloodghast. I have to go faster. Oh, jeez. Oy! Almost ran out of time because I was messing around, obviously. But this was a really tough matchup because you can lose game 1. Luckily, we won game 1, so that's always a great place to be. He's mulliganed. He's on 5. He's got the Dredge squeeze where he might have a bad hand, but he doesn't want to mull to 5. Or he's got a hand that's only good because it's got a cage or whatever. If he plays a cage here, I'm just going to Undiscovered Paradise. I'm just going to kill it because if he plays a Thalia, it doesn't really matter, right? If he plays a... Because this is a creature spell. So actually what I'm going to do is Bazaar first. And having 3 Narcomoebas in my hand is a bit unfortunate. I actually kind of want this bridge in the graveyard. And this troll. It's kind of unfortunate if he's got Rest in Peace, but I don't really have a Nature's Claim yet. I'm probably going to lose her Rest in Peace, so I'm just going to not do anything here. His only land is an Ancient Tomb. This is actually, if he's got a Thought-Knot Seer, is really problematic. Don't have a basic. So he's got sideboard Ghost Quarters. Or maybe he has main deck Ghost Quarters. I'm actually going to Dredge. Try to get more bridges in play. Try to get more action for when I Ingot Shear this. Looks like I hit 2 therapies and a Dread Return. So it's almost the same thing as last turn, where I'd almost would rather play the Bazaar first. I guess he could draw and play a Trinisphere, which is the one reason that Ingot Shear, holding onto the Ingot Shear is bad. And there's no reason to be that greedy, right? He could also play a Thalia. Oh, he could play a Thalia Heretic Cathar. Then my non-basic lands come into play tapped. Yeah, I'm just going to Ingot Shear this thing now. I should have probably done this last turn. But, I mean, the guaranteed Bridge from Below token is pretty nice. So we look to be in pretty good shape here. I could have therapied him, but I'm losing my only zombie token that's in play, which is kind of a problem. Oh, if he plays a Thalia now, though, my Bazaar... Oh, it's a Displacer. I was going to say, my Bazaar would come into play tap, but I think it's better to just guarantee the Chewer, because then he could, like, waste my Paradise, and my Paradise bugged and didn't return to my hand, which it just happens in random intervals. It's hard for me to really know when it's working as intended or not, or when it bugs out or not. Normally when it bugs, I have like multiple things go, like I have multiple Undiscovered Paradise. Displacer's a little bit annoying, but not the end of the world. 1, 2, 3. And because this bugged, I get to play this Gurmag Angler, which is pretty sweet. And I'm just going to use it, because other people will use it against me. And I've actually run into situations where it not bouncing has cost me the game, so... Oh, I should have actually left the other angler in the graveyard in case I hit a Ichrid later on. Do I want to blind therapy him for Thought-Knot Seer or something? It doesn't really matter, does it? He can just blink my token, which is why I'm thinking about it. Does anything really matter? I mean, if he had a Containment Priest, I think he would flash it in. He would have played it last turn. Well, maybe not. I didn't have a Bazaar in play. So, it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough to know. I could actually go for it because the reason I kind of want to do it is if he's got like a really bad card, then I can use my other therapy and I can get 2 tokens off this guy. So let's go ahead and just do it. I'm gonna name like a card that he's likely to have, like a Thought-Knot, and then if he's got like a cage or I don't think he has a cage because last turn he ghost quartered me and didn't use his 2 mana. So let's go with Thought-Knot Seer, and then if he's got something really bad, I can flash back the other therapy. He's got a Palace Jailer. So yeah, actually he's gonna just kill my angler anyway. So this is exactly why I wanted to do this. Name Palace Jailer. Yeah, I don't have my 5/5 anymore, but his hand is just so bad. If he doesn't, we'd have to dodge him drawing a Containment Priest this turn, and I could even maybe beat a Containment Priest this turn because I have 2 bridges. If he attacks, I take. He does have the Caracas. Do I have a Kolaghan or do I have a... No, I have an Elishnorn. It's kind of unfortunate. Kind of annoying that we've already gone through 3 Narcomoebas. This thing is still not working. There's the Elishnorn. Okay. Oh, I just went to combat. That was an accident. That was a complete accident. I could have maybe had lethal before combat. Whoops. I like him taking the damage there because he's probably going to have to do it end of turn anyway. He's probably tilted that we drew 3 Bazaars. That's how I roll. Kind of want to hit Cabal Therapy. Because I can just KO this Reality Smasher. So yeah, I actually might lose if he draws a Rest in Peace. All my Nature's Claims are gone. Oh, he drew a Containment Priest. That's interesting. So I think I'm dead, actually. It's pretty unfortunate, but that's this list without the that is this list that doesn't have... Yeah, I actually can't win, can I? I've got 1 angler left. And I've got... How many hollow ones? 2 hollow ones? Yeah, I mean, I guess if I drop both my hollow ones next turn, I could maybe win. I actually want this to bounce to my hand, so I'm going to try to get that to work. Pretty unfortunate, but it is what it is. Like I said, I mean, he's got some really, really good cards against us. he just ripped his Containment Priest right when he needed it. And that Soul Ring is actually a really good draw from him, because now he can double activate that Displacer and activate it without taking any damage. So I've got 2 Hollow Ones left. So I could actually potentially win this. I only have 14 cards in my deck, so I might find them. 1 Angler's gone. No, my stupid Undiscovered Paradise just isn't working, which is super annoying. Because now I can't even cast both Hollow Ones. If I draw them. But instead, I'm probably just going to die. Though I still have 2 Hollow Ones and Angler, so it's actually like... If my opponent draws lands and his Displacer can beat me, but... I don't know exactly what he can draw. Like, if he draws, like, cages and things like that, I could actually break out. So, how do I unbug this? It's just bugged the entire game? Very, very annoying. Because, like, every turn... Now, if I draw both my Hollow Ones, I can't, still can't play them. At least I don't think. Okay, he bricked. So that's step 1 is him bricking. But I think now it's just too late. Because even if... I mean, we'll see. Does this return? No, it just doesn't return. Just never is going to return. That's stupid. Ingot Chewer actually is pretty good. I forgot I had Ingot Chewers. Because I can Ingot Chewer that Soul Ring. And I get... How many tokens do I get? I've got 3 bridges. So I'm just still dead on board, basically. And this thing won't bounce in my hand, so I'm just going to die, I think. Can blow that up. Kills 2 tokens. Yeah, alright. Alright. Maybe I shouldn't scoop there, but without this returning to my hand, I can't really do anything the next turn with 0 cards. So he's got the Caracas, so I'm not sure I like Elishnorn at all. Like that game, for instance... He's got Containment Priest, so had I had like a Fate Stitcher and could have just gotten more stuff in play faster, I would have probably won. I think I probably want this. I can actually cut a Narcomoeba if he's got Containment Priest. And even like Icarid isn't so good against him. I'd rather have 1 Fate Stitcher to, like, if I go off, speed it up by a lot. Question is, I'm still not really sure if Elishnorn or Dragon is better. I really don't want to get my bridges exiled, so I think I'm going to go with the Dragon. Question is it worth a second Fate Stitcher? I don't have that much room. So I think I'm going to go with no. Like, 1 is just so, like, if that happens again, if I mill, if I mill half my deck, I have, like, a 50-50 shot of just having my Fate Stitcher and ending the game. Ooh, this is actually a great hand. I've got mana. I've got a Mox Jet, so if I draw a Therapy, it's pretty great. That's why Mox Jet is so good, because it allows you to Therapy on turn 1. Also really good with Hollow One, because I can, like, if I draw a Hollow One, I don't have one, but if I did, I could, like, Mox Jet Therapy if I miss, or if there's something I need to take Therapy again by sacking the Hollow One. If he's got a turn 1 Containment Priest, could be bad news. Did not draw a Therapy or a Hollow One, but I did draw a Nature's Claim. Do I want to play around a Rest in Peace slightly? I guess I can. by leaving the bridge in my hand. Could he play a Thalia on turn 1? He could maybe play a Thalia on turn 1, so... And a Cage. So I'll play the Mox. It's a bit loose because I might need that to discard if the game gets really grindy, but I feel as if with a Nature's Claim in hand, I feel pretty comfortable. Because a lot of his hands are just like turn 1 Cage. Like he needs like a Mox Pearl or whatever, or like a Mox and a Containment Priest, where it's the most likely scenario is just him having a Cage when he's on 5 cards. Ooh, Black Lotus. This will be an interesting game if he's got turn 1 Containment Priest. 3 blue. You got Trinisphere? Thought Not Seer. So I actually got a little bit punished for holding onto the bridge, but I think it's still fine because like he's just... Oh, he's got a Cage too. Interesting. Very interesting. But I've got plenty of draws. And this is like the situation where playing the Mox was bad because I'm going to need the discards. So we missed. But I can play a hollow one, which slows his clock down. 1, 2... Yeah, playing the Jet was pretty stupid. But if he trades here, then I get to draw a card. He's got a Strip Mine. Alright, well, this is going to go pretty badly if I don't draw something soon. Luckily, I don't think he can block, because I just get the extra draw. Even though he exiles a bridge, I get a zombie and the extra draw. So it's just kind of like a race. And this is kind of why I like playing all the Nature's Claims and everything. So I'm going to just smash. Smash with the hollow one. Don't think he can block. And I'm hoping that he can't really add much to the board and I can get him pretty low. And I'm just going to play the Narcomoeba. Because even though it reduces the cards in hand, it puts some pressure on him. And the Discovered Paradise just comes back to my hand, so that's reasonable. I could also dredge my Imp and play it. Actually, maybe I will do that. Maybe I should have played the Mana Confluence. Oh, but he drew the Plains right away. So probably being on the Hardcast plan is going to be a lot worse than normal. He still can't really block, so he probably should attack. Oh, he didn't attack? Okay. Just going to draw. Ooh, a hollow one. I can cycle that. So I'm going to play the Mana Confluence. Attack with both. Next turn I can play Stinkweed Imp. Which is pretty nice. If I want to. Like, if I get enough head on board, I can just start dredging and hope to hit more bridges. That's actually a very common way that you beat Containment Priest, is you just dredge, 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 and, like, you just get a bunch of bridges in play and hardcast things. That's the one weakness of Containment Priest. Really wanted to fade that Plains for another turn. Actually, he potentially already had that Plains. Okay, so he's Hellbent. Alright, I like our spot here. Yeah, he's going to attack with both, which is smart. I should be at 4 less life. Like, that's the thing about Dredge. People play really badly against you. He should have, if he wasn't going to block, he should have attacked me last turn. Vintage players are just really bad at combat. Yeah, I'm going to cycle it. I could not cycle it, but he's Hellbent. If I just draw an Ingot Chewer, like, the game just ends. The question is, do I draw a card first, or do I just dredge the Imp? I guess I just draw a card first. It's a Dread Return. Doesn't do anything. But I'm going to dredge the Imp now. Hopefully we hit another bridge. We hit a Narcomoeba. We hit another bridge. Okay. Hitting another bridge is a pretty big game. Because now if he like attacks into the Stinkweed Imp, I can block it and get 2/2/2s. Even though the bridges get exiled, I get to stack the triggers, and now I have a 3-turn clock in the air. And if he attacks me, I just snap block and I dredge the Imp again. So I think we're gonna just win. He could draw like a Displacer maybe, but kind of unfortunate I don't have another Imp in the graveyard, so I have the option of like dredging, try to find another Imp, or just drawing a card. I think I'm going to draw, because I could still draw Bazaar, I could still naturally draw an Imp, or like a Narcomoeba or something, or an Angler. Yeah, I have a lot of good draws. So here, I think what I'm supposed to do is attack with the Hollow One. He can trade this turn. He might just chump with Thalia though. Exiles both bridges. So yeah, let's just attack with these two. This is fine. And we'll play our Gurmag Angler. I wanna leave that. I have to do one more. I really don't want to take a damage. Statistically, the 1 damage. Well, maybe not statistically, but my intuition says the 1 damage is much more likely the mattering than me exiling something here. I guess I can exile the Bazaar. Like if I draw a Petrified Field, well, because I want both the Dread Return and the Culligan. That way, if I draw an Ingature, I just win right away. So yeah, let's just get rid of the salvage. Whatever. It's fine. Now he's at 4, and even a Displacer might not be enough, because he has to take pain to use it. So I like my spot. I can just attack with everything. He drew a Cavern of Souls, so it's just game, I think. Right, he's got to block both my guys. He loses a guy. Actually, should I dredge? Try to hit another bridge? No, still draw, because if I draw Ingature or like another Gurmag, it's just really good. Therapy. So we fire in. But yeah, he had an insane start. Luckily, he was on 5 cards, so the whole like Strip Mine, Thought Not Seer, Nature's Claim, Grafdigger's Cage thing did not really, he didn't have an insane follow-up to that, like a Smasher or something to pressure me. I might have been able to beat that anyway. Oh. We draw off that. We draw Nature's Claim. Okay. So that Nature's Claim ensures that I win, I think. And can't imagine what he could draw. Nice, and we got the match. All right. Tough matchup, but we got there.